This is Mark from Team How To, and we're teaching the masses how to. Hey guys, today I want to show you how to change the colors using Photoshop in say the background or say a backpack or the jean jacket or whatever you want to use to change the color dynamically and yet preserve the texture of the background. So let's get started here. So the first thing we want to do is create a new layer. So I'm just going to select a layer here. We got us a new layer. Next thing we're going to do is come up here and hit the select color range. And from here we've got a few different things we're working with here. This fuzziness thing slider will give us the ability to be more precise with our selections and not. The default is going to be this dropper here. So first thing let's do is change this blue. As you can see, I click on the blue and it's kind of tough to tell what it did or didn't pick. So let's go to like either grayscale. Yeah, grayscale works nice. And so you can see this is what I've selected. But you know, with this background being sort of wavy like this, we might want a little more. So what we can do is we can hit this plus button and then come a little tighter. And you can see that it's grabbing a little more of that. We're going to leave a little bit of texture with this. That way it'll still have some of that grainy look to it. And so you can see everything in the white is what's been selected. So I'm going to hit OK on this. Well, wait, let me show you real quick. If I go to the fuzzy, I can make it more or less. You start seeing more of her jean jacket going away. And so that one will be changed with it, but we can fix that down the road, so no big deal. So let's hit OK. Now you can see everything that's selected, including the jean jacket. So let's go up here to Layer. We'll make a new adjustment layer, and we'll do the hue and saturation. And we'll just hit OK on that. And so now that we're inside of this, what we can do is come up here to these sliders, and now you'll notice everything that was that color we picked, as I slide this over, pretty quickly changes. So let's do something that's pretty obvious, so that jean jacket becomes horribly obvious that we've adjusted it. So there we go. Let me get a little bit less. There we go. Alright, so we've got that. It's still got its grain look. The jean jacket changed, but we'll change it back in a bit. Let's change this other side as well. So what we can do is make another layer real quick. We'll come up here to select color range again. We're going to do this on the other side. Now we know over here is that color, so we could just do this on grayscale, or we can switch this. If we do it like this, we can get a better feel for where we're at. Okay, cool. So it's selected everything over here, but it's also got our face, but we'll fix that back end as well. Let's bring this down maybe a little, see if we want to. There we go. We'll just do something like that. If we felt like we needed it more, we could select with more colors. Like up here, we could do that. Let's do that. We'll get a little more of this up here. See, really, really took over there. Awesome. We'll hit OK. Now let's go up here once more, hit the layer, adjustment layer, and then we'll go to hue and saturation again. Now we have our second hue and saturation. So we've got these sliders now. We can change these accordingly. Let's do something dynamic like that so it's really obvious. And then that way we'll go, if we want a little more saturation into it this way, make it darken it up a bit. There we go. If we want to lighten or darken it, there we go. You can kind of play around with it. Now you can see her face is purpling up and the jacket's got a lot more yellow to it. So the next thing I want to do is try to fix that. So that's actually a lot easier than it sounds. Believe it or not, all we need to do is pick a black color and get our paintbrush. Make sure our opacity is good. And let's make this a little bigger. I'm using the right square brace key. And watch when I paint the face black. It's getting rid of all this stuff. Now believe it or not, I'm painting it black. So what's happening in this layer is being painted black, and what it does is effectively wash that out. So I can do this, get rid of all that. If there's any up in this hair, we can get rid of it that way. Now we've kind of knocked out the blue side. Now let's knock out some of this yellow. So we'll come over here to this one here, because that's the other side. That was the other mask. And since we know that all of this is that, I'm just using the black once again, and you can see all I have to do is just kind of paint this all black. I know it doesn't look like I'm painting it black, but nope, Control Z. I'm painting that layer. I'm putting black on it. And we can just do this real quick, knock it all out. You can see it's getting all the color back in it. If you don't want all the color back in it, let's say you want to leave a little bit, you could make the saturation, the opacity, you could make it a lot less and keep a little bit of that feel. But what's awesome about this is you can color these things the way you want, and it keeps all the texture, so it doesn't take away from any of the look. The hair, the jean jacket, all that. There you go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So there you go. You can just keep doing the same thing over and over. If you want to change your skin tone color, you could do that. You could darken it up. You could make this bag a different color. And you can see it just looks really good.
Hey, did you remember to subscribe?